Hello, everyone. This is Mocha Gypsy, and I just felt in the mood to doing some more readings today. So I'll just wait to see if anyone comes in, and I'm doing it via open donations and tips. So it's just something that I'm trying out. So let's see. I'm using my trusty Lenormand deck. And if I need any type of clarification, I have my crystal ball here. And it's also cool just to stop by and say hi too. Royal Blue, welcome back. How you doing? Did I listen to work at the same time? Okay, that's cool. Well, I just sort of did this last minute. I didn't do much of a lead up, so we'll just see if anyone shows up or not. And Miss Eloise is playing in the backyard outside right now. It was raining very heavily moments ago, and she just wanted to go out, get some fresh air, and burn off some extra energy. Oh, what you saying now? I wanted to mention something about how I was asking about working with Oshun. Yeah, sure. What would you like to know? Thing I need to do. Okay. So yesterday, when I was in the store doing grocery shopping, there were big, huge sunflowers for sale at the front of the store, and bought some. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Did you put them up yet on your altar? Today I was sitting outside and a wasp flew by. I know it's not a bee, but close to one. Okay. Did you think about like looking up what wasps may symbolize? Let's see if I can. Wasp spiritual meaning. Okay, so the first thing that popped up, at least on my computer, that the symbolism, well, part of the symbolism of a wasp is a message to take action. Merely having an idea is not enough to see your way to success. So that's what first came up when I looked up the spiritual meaning of a wasp. And and if you do a deeper search, you'll see, like, when it comes to animals and such, spirit animals, totem animals, things like that. But what I just like to do is just see what's the first thing that comes up. That usually works well for me if I don't know the meaning. Okay. And just a few minutes ago, a lady who I work with had a baby shower and brought me one of her baby shower gifts, and it was a jar of honey. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's definitely a sign. That's a sign right there. Because honey, honey is common, but at the same time, it's random. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, it's something you could easily find and easily buy. But as far as gifts go or something that people bring to work, that's pretty darn random. So I would take that as a sign. So yeah, definitely it is a sign for Oshun to work with her. All right. And another reason why that would be kind of random for a baby shower, any doctor would tell you that babies aren't to have honey younger than the age of 1 or 2, 2 years of age, because it's an allergy risk. Like it could be a serious one. I mean, it's not common, but it happens enough that doctors advise against giving babies and young toddlers honey. So that's even more random that was given as a gift. But be sure to tell the mom though, just in case she doesn't know. And I don't believe in coincidences. Very rarely are coincidences, especially when you're on a path and you're actually looking for signs. You know, whenever I ask for an answer on something or guidance about something, I usually get my answers within a few days, if not immediately. You know, and and if there's like something else, as we talked about before, how you have to like feel things out, because nothing really is that set in stone, especially when you're not initiated. I'm going to feel things out. Just be really in touch with your internal self, with your gut, because there's been a couple of times that I've um, done certain things spiritually. One I remember with Oshun Alegua, where I actually felt like nauseousness immediately at the pit of my stomach. You know, I mean, that only happened once with them, but and I was like, oh, okay. They don't. It wasn't even like something I was offering them. It was like more like a question, because I had Saint Michael. I have Saint Michael. His altar is close by too, and this was a couple years ago. I can't remember what I even asked. Oh, I was asking. This was when I was like newly working with them, and it's been like a few months, and I was curious. So I asked, at the altar, I was curious. I said, who's higher, you guys or Saint Michael? And immediately I felt that they did not like me. They did not like me, even entertaining that question. I felt like a nauseousness. And it was very brief. I didn't vomit or anything, like in the pit of my stomach. Like it was like, oh, I should have never asked that. And then a few years later, I figured out why that was. And the reason for that is that would be controversial for a lot of people, like to the point where I'm not even sure if I want to bring that up. you know, um, well, might as well. You can keep it a secret. Well, it's nothing personal. You know what? I'll just say it because other people have talked about it before. But it is believed. You can believe what you want to believe, but there's been other occultists as well as hardcore Christians who agree with the theory that the gods and goddesses who man have come to worship over the eons and such were actually fallen angels. Okay. Um, like where I first heard it was Fernando Prudhomme, the People's Astrologer. I would like to watch his lives a lot and stuff, and he said that, and a lot of hardcore evangelical Christians say the same thing. I'm not 100% sure if it's in the Bible or maybe in the Book of Enoch, but it would definitely explain why, when I posed that question to Oshun and Elegua, why they were like, and when St. Michael's statue was right there, where they were like, because maybe if you go by the Bible, there's some, if it is true that they are fallen, they too are angels. It was bad form to bring that up because maybe they're not on the best of terms, or you know, um, it's like talking politics, I guess, but in the spiritual realm. Yeah, very interesting. So as soon as I heard that oh, they're that they are angels, but just on the different side, the other side of that equation, on the battle, that heavenly battle. Um, oh, I said, oh, okay, I guess that does make sense. Made me think back to that time when I felt that thing in the pit of my gut. Yeah, always thought the demons were fallen angels. Yeah, it's gonna be like one of those things where you ask different people and you get different answers. Um, and then you get into discussions about the Nephilim and everything like that. I'm still trying to straighten it out myself, but I do know that I've definitely seen a demon where there was like no doubt, you know, oh, was it a fallen angel? Was it a this? Was it just that? No, like a demon. Like you look up in the Goetia demon. Yeah, Eloise came back in. Like people. Was it scary looking? It was odd looking. I think I'm going to do a video on that, about that experience. Yeah, actually, I said that before that I would, and I'd never gotten around to it. But it was different. It was different looking. It wasn't scary. I'm not saying that there aren't scary looking demons, but this one in particular had unusual features like coal black skin and big old eyes. But it didn't feel like running off my bed or something like that. That's where it came to me. I was like sitting up in bed. But what was scary to me was when I saw a shadow person. That was terrifying. That was very terrifying. Those things are very scary. You could go look up and down YouTube, and they even have documentaries about people who encountered those things. And they go into sleep paralysis. They can't move. I saw a shadow person soon after I met my ex-husband. It was actually the attachment that was attached to him, but I didn't know it at the time because, I didn't go deep into my psychic powers back then. I just sort of like messed with tarot and astrology and everything, and I would get premonitions and things like that, but it was sporadic. I didn't get like full on psychic until, you know, during my divorce, and a whole bunch of traumatic things happened, you know. Um, yeah, it was attached to him. That's a story of itself too, because I didn't even put two and two together that it was attached to him until one day he just told me, like randomly out of blue, how like when he was 5 years old he would see the Hat Man shadow person, and how he would have dreams as a kid that they would mutilate his family and things like that. And I said, wait a second. That's why I put two and two together. And I said, I never ever seen, I've seen spirits before, but I've never seen shadow people, David, until I met you. Right after I met you. I was living in Oklahoma. We met online. We talked for months. And I lived in Oklahoma at the time during my RV days. And he's originally from Texas, but he lived in Wyoming. And he came down. And I went to meet him in Texas for the first time, met his family and everything like that. And after the days were over, I went back up to Oklahoma. And like a day or two after that, that's when I saw it. That's when I first saw my first shadow person. So it was attached to him. Hey, honey. I was just kidding. You want to say hi real quick? Nope. Camera shy today. That's good. I have a feeling she'll come back. Yeah, it was crazy. And that's when I first started, like, I don't know, like most people when they see those things, they have paralysis. And so I felt it. I was almost becoming paralyzed. And maybe it's because since I already have like 1 foot in that realm and paralyzed, and maybe it's because since I already have like 1 foot in that realm anyway, I was able to muster enough strength to turn on the light and then it disappear.
Well, say the Lord's name or something.
Yeah. Well, in that instance, Eloise, I didn't know to say the Lord's name. But it's very easy. I mean, for people who get sleep paralysis or crazy encounters like that with demons or whatever, all you have to say is, yeah. You're speaking. No, sorry. All you have to do is, say Jesus's name, and you don't. And here's the thing: you don't even have to be Christian for that to work. You could be Muslim, you could be atheist, you could be whatever. Because I know people in the occult world, for whatever reason, they're turned off by anything Christian or Christian based. But it works. It is what it is. If you go up there right now on YouTube, and anybody who actually beat sleep paralysis or demon encounters where they can't move, those things disappear the minute you say his name. Yeah. Even happened to Eloise once.
Don't tell her.
Okay.
Okay.
In
this video.
Okay, she wants to save it for her own show. Sorry. But yeah, it works. There was a are you familiar with for anybody out there, Huff Paranormal? There's this guy who has I don't know if he's still on there, but he basically talks to spirits. He has like a spirit box. He's like a paranormal guy, and he goes to like haunted locations with a box, and the spirits speak through like say words and sentences. Okay, well, if you look it up, Huff Paranormal, and he talked about like one episode, and this was a couple years ago, how he was just in his house and he got like bum rushed by a whole bunch of demons or disembodied intranquil spirits or something, where he felt like they were going to take him away. And he said he's not a religious person. Obviously not if he's doing paranormal stuff, ghost hunting or whatever. And he just felt them. He just felt like they were these spirits, like at the end of the movie Ghosts, where those black shadow things start clawing at the bad guy, and taking him off. It was like something similar to that was happening to him, even though he wasn't dead. And he just said, "Jesus, help me." And he said immediately they ran. They like left him alone. And he was so grateful and so relieved. And again, he emphasized, I'm not a Christian. I'm not religious. But that's what worked for me. I'm going to try to find that video again. See if I can find it.
Can I have my tongue?
But it says in the, huh?
Can I have a tongue?
But in the Bible, it really does say, they tremble at his name, and I guess it's true, because when I had my first experience, being almost paralyzed. I'm not. When I had my very, very first experience, it wasn't even with a shadow person. It was just a spirit that was angry at me. I did a video on. It's on my channel. My first time seeing a spirit, and it was like, and I thought it was a ghost of a living person. But anyway, I inadvertently said Jesus' name because I started saying, I was so scared. I started saying the Rosary prayer, the Mother Mary prayer, and that has the name of Jesus in it too. And that it didn't disappear, but it took its grip off of me but then again, it wasn't a demon. It wasn't something evil. It was just something that was angry. It didn't really mean me harm. It actually wanted me to stay. It actually liked me. It wanted me to stay, and I was gonna move.
Wait. So, I think it's one of your family members.
No, that was something else. Yeah, that's what I heard too. It's Yeshua. I haven't used Yeshua, and Eloise haven't used it. She actually said the name Jesus,
Mama,
but it worked.
Don't talk about
I said. Anyway, go play outside.
No.
Yes,
go
play outside.
You don't talk about my experience.
I'm not gonna talk about your experience. I just mentioned it. Oh my goodness. Who's the boss around here? So, yeah. So I don't. So it's worked for people. Maybe we can do a search and see if anyone actually used the original name and see if that worked just as well. Yeah, seriously. But or it could be that, since enough people put that Christ power behind that particular name Jesus, it works the same, almost like a spell. So it could be that too. Off the top of my head, that's what I'm thinking of its effectiveness, even though it's not the real actual name of Jesus. It became like an auditory sigil. Like what a sigil is, like a visual. Those are usually visual, where you're drawing a sigil, and you're doing you're putting your thought forms onto something, for that to make that sigil. And now that sigil is a visual representation of your thoughts and feeling emotions of what you want to manifest. It could be that with the name of Jesus, even though it's not his actual name. People are invoking that Christ power. Help me, Jesus, Jesus this, Jesus that. Now that the name of Jesus is like an auditory sigil, where you say it and it's like, boom, it's Yeshua, it is Christ. I'm just thinking about this off the top of my head. That's what would make sense to me. Yeah, the name works. Exactly. That enough people put enough power into it, the name works. So there you go. Yep. You said it a lot more simpler than I have, so thank you.
Are you just gonna stay quiet staring at me?
Yes. Is what you eating. Mm-hmm.
What does the audience want to see on my cheeky part?
Okay.
Munchichi.
Pick a little banana toy.
And this is a banana. Banana munchichi. Banana munchichi. Is it my time?
For what?
To tell my experience or something.
With with the shadow person.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to talk about. Okay, Eloise. Now she wants to share. She wants to share her story. All right, come on.
I want to learn to.
Okay.
So
Wait, you can't.
I
I can see her.
I'm
You don't
okay. But
You got it right
I'm gonna wear a hoodie though.
here. Okay. Just wear a hoodie. Oh, you made a mess on your shirt though. All right.
Just let me get the clip so it can become a hoodie.
Oh.
1
Hi,
second.
SK. How are you? Yes, you may ask a question. We're taking open donations today. So you could donate whatever you feel. Links below. Oh, Blue said something. Royal Blue, wait. I think it may just be me here. Nobody's asking. Oh, well. See, the moment you said that, Royal, I think that person left though. Okay.
I don't want anybody to see my face right now, okay? What? All I can see is my nose. I don't want them to see that.
Okay. Okay. All right, Royal Blue. If you have time, Louise wants to share her story first. Let's just because she's on and she's in the mood. Okay. What's your story?
So my story happened like a couple months ago, like 5 or maybe 10. So it was a normal night, and I was in the bed. And when it turned dark, for some reason a demon appeared.
A demon? What did it look like?
It had like no body, and its hair was like that.
Like that? Oh, you mean like hair?
Yeah, like this. It's like this.
Oh, that's creepy. Okay. Yeah.
And it had no face. It was pure black.
Okay.
And I was paralyzed. The only thing I could move was my eyes or my head. I couldn't move anything else. I literally tried to move, but I literally couldn't. I think it was just a floating head somehow.
A floating head.
Yeah.
Wow.
No
Oh,
neck
new.
or no shoulders or no body.
Just a floating head with a weird hairstyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think for some reason, I was for like an hour or two, it made me not say the Lord's name.
Okay.
But finally, I think it wore off, and then I said the Lord's name, and it disappeared. But I still am tortured from that time. That's the reason why I'm afraid of the dark. I can't get a peaceful night of water because I always have to go, because the filter water over there in the kitchen is next to the back room. And at nighttime, it's dark, so I keep on side-eyeing it and pretending I'm looking at the water. So that's my story.
You never told me that last part.
Wow.
I never knew that last part, that you were terrified to even get water.
Well, that's because I was scared.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it a little later, okay?
Okay, and if you, Royal Blue or anybody, if you want to see my face, comment.
Or they can just look at one of the other videos.
Well,
okay, well, they want to see your face today. Okay. All right.
And see what I look like right now.
You look cute.
I'm gonna take this. And if you want to see my plushie.
Okay, no, we're gonna ask a question. Okay, Royal Blue, what's your question? Yeah, cool story. Royal Blue says it's a cool story.
You want to see my real face, Royal Blue?
And she said yes, but you can just come and say a quick hi.
Well, I'm not gonna show my face until they answer.
She said cool story. What else you want?
Yeah.
She was here yesterday, so she saw you before.
Well, he wants to see my face today, he has to comment.
She
I
did
want
comment.
to see.
But she did comment. She commented after you said, okay. You're eating anyway.
Oatmeal's very good. And today we had a heavy rain.
Yeah, it was heavy.
We are about to go on lunch.
Okay, let's see. I don't think I have one. Oh, do I have any secret admirers? Let's see.
I did the same thing.
Let's see. Oh, she said that she has seen your face yesterday and in previous lives as well. See? You're like my sidekick.
But I think I'm gonna do my own video. You're not allowed
Yeah,
in it.
Miss Eloise has her own channel, her own kid channel. If you look up Little Miss Eloise, there's just one video though of us going to the museum.
Yeah, but if they allow me to have a live, I might have two.
Okay, we'll see.
And the reason why I'm scared for anybody because
Okay, let's see. All right. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's see. Any secret admirers? Let's see. Okay, we got mountain. Okay. Market, that's
what's
for work.
that card for?
Okay, I'm concentrating. What else? Okay. See what else I can pick up. Okay. Group. All right, so I'm seeing there is someone who does have a crush on you, finds you attractive, and it is someone likely from work. Are there men around? Any men, either who works in your company or who visits your company, probably for for business reasons, like a delivery guy or a vendor or something like that. Someone who's in or around your workplace. And I'm seeing that he's on the shy side.
Mom?
Okay. Likely within the group of people. There are men who work here but are all married. Well, that would explain the very first card that came up, which is the mountain, which is the symbol for obstacles, things in the way. Most are married. So if there's a guy, because I'm getting the sense that he's someone who's shy and hides behind the group. That's what these last two cards are about. Okay. Like almost pathologically shy. So, if there's like someone who's maybe a little bit nerdy, that may be the one. I mean, not the one, but the secret admirer. Mhm. He'll probably hit you. Heck, you might even pass by you before you go home for the day. right. Well, we don't have anybody else coming in. We did have like one other person who like sort of came in. I think maybe they wanted a freebie or something maybe, but
Okay, is this the end?
I don't know. We're going to see if you can do a live on your channel.
Well, do you want to see my face?
Okay, show your face. Say hi to everyone who may be watching this afterwards.
Hi.
You look at that camera right there.
Hi, everybody.
There you go. All right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up for today.
For your video. Let's
Yes.
see if
Okay.
my video. I'm gonna talk about my life experiences.
Verbally said hi. Said hi to you.
I.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well,
Come on, jump.
stop it. Okay. So we're gonna. If no one else has a question or coming in, I see we have. All right. So anyway, so this is Mocha Gypsy signing off, and be blessed.